Hey, Moondog here. We're at the range today to do an ammo test. Now, unlike my normal ammo test where I would compare it against another ammo of a different brand or type, today we're going to do things a little bit differently. We're just going to be testing one kind of ammo, in this case, Aguila Super Extra High-Velocity, but in two different rifles. Now, as I may have said explicitly, if not implicitly, no two rifles shoot the same. In fact, even the rifles of the same kind and make may shoot an ammo differently than each other. Well, we're going to see just how different two rifles can shoot. In this case, we'll be using a Marlin 60 and a Ruger 1022, the two most popular 22 long rifle semi-automatics ever made. All right, let's get started. Today we're shooting Aguila Super Extra High-Velocity, a 40-grain copper-plated round nose, which is considered to be a budget plinking ammo, at least as far as California retailers are concerned. But I've found it to be an exceptionally good value in terms of performance for the price in my 1022, and we're going to see if that holds up in my Marlin 60. This is the Ruger 1022, some say the most popular selling 22 semi-auto today. It has spawned a huge aftermarket in parts, upgrades, accessories, and chassis. Since it was first produced in 1964, Ruger has sold over 7 million of these rifles. Yet that impressive number still pales in comparison to its longtime rival. This is the Marlin 60. There have been over 11 million of these rifles produced, making it by far the best-selling 22 semi-auto ever made, due in no small part to its beautiful, more traditional hunting rifle silhouette, affordable price point, and reputation for accuracy from its micro-grooved barrel. I set up 3-inch targets at 50 yards and fired 5 rounds into each target for a total of 20 rounds per rifle. On the left, you're seeing my actual view through the rifle scope using my phone and a Westview scope adapter. I'd just like to note that this first shot through the Marlin and the first shot through the Ruger later was fired through a clean cold bore because I wanted to see how much barrel temperature affected point of impact. I'd also like to point out that I did not zero out the scope for this ammo at this distance. We're not looking at point of impact variance from the bullseye. We're going to be looking strictly at the group size of this particular ammo in minutes of angle. I took a brief pause to reload the tube. Now, the Marlin 60 holds 15 to 17 rounds in the tube. In my particular model, the Glenfield 60 holds 17, but I intentionally chose to only load it with 10 rounds at a time so that I would do the ammo change halfway through the ammo testing sequence. With 10 fresh new rounds of Aguila Super Extra in the tube, I returned the rifle to the rest and I continued the ammo testing. Now at this point I discovered a failure to feed of the next Aguila cartridge, which was not in battery. I had to take some tweezers and manually extract it from the receiver. On inspection, I didn't note any deformities or manufacturing defects in the cartridge itself. I did try to manually chamber it, but noticed a bit of resistance, so I didn't force it. Now, I did notice a little bit of a waxy film on these particular cartridges in this bulk box. Now, I don't recall any wax on older 50-round boxes of Aguila Super Extra High-Velocity. Now, if you know or have noticed a similar change in how they're manufacturing this particular ammo, please let me know in the comments. Now, Marlins have an excellent reputation for reliability. I've owned this rifle for over 30 years, and in that time I've only replaced one part, which was the buffer block, which is plastic, and that broke after 35 years. So I'm not overly concerned about this malfunction. I've shot tons of different ammos through it, Winchesters, Remingtons, CCIs, and over 1,000 rounds of Aguila. So I just topped off the tube and continued the test. The Marlin series completed, I set up to continue the ammo test with a Ruger 1022. In a rookie mistake, I forgot to hit record on the scope camera, so that's why it was black on the first shot.
Adjust or not adjust? Yep. To the left. Yep. Here's the more crisp. See what I mean? Yeah. 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 Because that's at 50, right? 40. I'm at 50, and you're more crisp. That's amazing. It works, but it's not the same class. Not even close. Here's 60. So that's about, I think that's as much as I can go. I know, 260, 2,500. Yeah, I have no idea. It's 2,500.
Then you repeat. I did just make him jump. Above or below? Well, I would have to come down.
Yeah. Looks really good though.
Negative. So, you're trying to eliminate a variable. Hold steady, take your time,
Yeah.
because you're at the time you need to do one more.
Well, we tried.
As we walk down range to see the results, I'd like to encourage you to take a moment to hit that subscribe button and notification bell. By doing that, you're telling the AI what you like to watch, so it'll learn to suggest more interesting videos like this, as opposed to celebrity lip sync videos, unless that's your thing. Either way, tell it what you like. I also invite you to check out and subscribe to my new gadget and gear channel, Moondog R&D, a channel focused on gadget reviews, photo and video gear, geeky stuff. Alright, let's take a look. Now, in looking at the targets, my first thought was the Ruger shot better. It seemed to have tighter clusters. But when I took a photo and ran it through the Range Buddy app on my phone, it turned out that the Marlin 60 actually had smaller groups overall, a smaller MOA. And while both rifles printed very different grouping patterns than each other, what struck me was how little difference there actually was between both rifles in the size of their groups. What surprised me is I was expecting a bigger difference. If anything, I was expecting the Marlin to hands down be much more accurate, even though it is a 40-year-old rifle. So I ran the test again the following week. This time I zeroed out the scope to this ammo at 50 yards, and this time the Ruger came out ahead, but again, not by a huge margin. So the conclusion I reached was both of these rifles like this ammo, maybe the Ruger just a hair more, but well within the margin of error of this shooter. You might have a different analysis or methodology than me. Perhaps you would have thrown out the first shot in both groups because they're such flyers, or you may choose to only use the smallest group of each series. Really, it's up to you. Use this as a data point. And if you're interested in seeing how other ammos perform in these two rifles, leave me a comment. Thanks for watching. Moondog, out. Hey, if you like this video, please share it on social media. Facebook, forums, MeWe, whatever platform you're on. And if you want to see more videos, check out moondogindustries.com.